Hello kids! My name is Teacher Sai. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So kids, I have a question for you. Do you want to learn something new? Or do you want to learn fractions? So don't worry, Teacher Sai is here to teach you more on fractions. Hello kids, Teacher Sai here again. So now, we are going to learn about fraction. Okay, before we are going to discuss what is fraction, we're going to define first what is the meaning of the fraction. As fraction, as it says, that fraction is part of a whole. Okay, remember that fraction is part of a whole. Okay, now, remember the whole word. This one, the whole. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this illustration. Okay, tell me what shape is this? Very good. That is a rectangle. Okay. Can you count or can you show me what is a column? Okay, this is called the columns. This one. Okay. We're going to count how many columns are there in a rectangle. Very good. Okay, let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. There are 5 columns in a rectangle. The question is, why is it that this 2 is different from the rest? Okay, very good. So now, we are going to divide it because as it says that fraction is part of a whole. So now, so remember the this columns is different from the rest, right? So now we're going to answer. Okay, tell me what is or how many columns there in a rectangle that is different from the rest. Okay, very good. That this 2. So we're going to put 2. So what about the rest? When we say we're not going to put 3 here, why? Why is it that we are not going to put 3? Because remember that fraction is part of the whole. Okay, very good. So now remember, it is just this 2 is part of the whole. So the whole, how many columns there in the rectangle? Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. The whole is 5. So in a rectangle, there are 5 columns. This 2 is different from the rest. Okay, the question is, how are we going to define what is this number and this number? Okay, very good. So the answer to that question is that when we are going to say that this number and this number is not alike. Okay, when we are going to define this two, the two different columns, and we are going to write the digit, that is called, or the upper number of the fraction is called the numerator. Very good. So remember, the number that always on top is called the numerator. And what is this number? This number is called the denominator. Okay, the whole, it is called the numerator and the denominator. Okay, remember that the whole of the rectangle is 5, and the 2 different is here. It is called the numerator, and the number below the numerator is called the denominator. So kids, this is another example of a fraction. Okay, so tell me, what shape is this? Yes, it is a circle. So circle, or I should say, for example, try to imagine if this is a pie or a pizza. So for example, a pizza has how many how many cuts or slices? Let us count together the slices of a pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 slices of a pizza, or the circle, rather. The circle has 8 slices. So when we say fraction, remember, it is part of a whole. So when we say whole, it is the whole of the circle. So, question. Can you count, or can you tell me how many is the slices of the color yellow? Okay, this one, this portion here is the yellow, right? So you remember that the color arranged is, there are 2 slices, so it represents 2 and 8. What is called the number 2? It is called the numerator. The number that always on top, that is called the numerator. And the number that always below the numerator is called the denominator. Again, numerator and denominator. Numerator, denominator. So tell me, in this circle, how many is the color green? Yes, 2. It is just the same with this one, 2. There are 2 slices of the color green in a circle, and the whole is 8. Very good. So now, let us set again another example. So this example is a hair ties. Okay, let us count how many hair ties there is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20 hair ties. Okay. So we are going to write first the denominator. Remember that the fraction is part of a whole. So the whole of the hair ties are how many? Okay, 20. 20. So I am going to ask you, if you are going to take the color black, like remove the black. Okay, remove the black. How? Or we're going to write first, right? We remove the 5 pieces of hair ties. So we're going to put 5 over 20. Do you get it? 5 over 20. 20 is part of the whole, and 5 is the color black. Okay. If I am going to remove the brown one, the brown one has how many hair ties? 5. Okay. It is just the same number as it represented here in the numerator and the denominator. Another example. Okay. Regardless of the color of the hair ties, we are going to count it in a whole. So this one, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember that regardless of the color of the hair ties, we are going to count them as a whole. Okay, when I say how many brown hair ties, okay, remember, first I'm going to say to you, this is the color yellow, the brown, 2 blacks, and 2 beige. I mean 3 beige. Okay, 3 beige. Okay, when I say, remember that the fraction is part of the whole. When we say whole, this one, all of it. Okay, when I ask you how many color black. Okay, this one and this one. So 2. 2 over how many? 8. Next, how many beige? So beige, 1, 2, 3. 3 over 8. Next, how many brown? This one. There are 2 over 8. And how many yellow? This one. This is the only one. 1 over 8. So now, so these are the fraction as part of the whole. Whole is this one. The number 8 is the whole of the number of pieces of hair ties. So there are 8 hair ties, so it is 8. The denominator is 8, and the number on top is the numerator. Okay, so now I am going to show you or teach you how are we going to define the greatest and the greatest factor, or the greatest fraction, or the lowest fraction. Okay, from the base of these numbers or the fraction, we are going to locate what is the least. First, the least or the greatest fraction. So when we say least, it is the number who is lesser. No, first, what from this 2 over 8, 3 over 8, 2 over 8, 1 over 8, the fraction of this one is, yes, from the whole. So when I'm going to say the greatest of this fraction illustration, what could be the number? Greatest. Yes, this one. This is the greatest fraction. And the least is this one. The least. When we say the greatest, because 2, 3, 2, 1. From the number there, what is the greatest number of the 4? Yes, the greater number, the 3, and the least is 1. Okay, very good. Another example of fractions. Okay, from these pens, or the colored pens, it represents 10 pieces of colored pens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if I'm going to put it right here. So there are 10 pens. Regardless of the color, we are going to count them as a whole. So again, we are going to put the denominator 10. So when I say, tell me how many colored pink there is in the colored pens. How many pink, or the shade of pink? Remember, it is part of the whole. The fraction is part of the whole. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to put the numerator here, 4. Next, how many is the green pens? How many? 1, 2, 3. Or the shade of green. How many? 3. We're going to write 3 over 10. Next, how many blue? There are 2. 2 over 10. And how many red? 1. So when we say, can you arrange the fraction into a greater fraction? You're going to arrange it. Remember, the greater number is the greatest fraction. So from this illustration, what could be the greatest number? This one, 4 over 10. Next, the next is 3 over 10. So this is the greatest fraction. Next, what is the least? This is the least. 1 over 10 and 2 over 10. The least fraction. Do you get it? Remember, regardless of the color, we are going to count them as a whole. And you're going to arrange the fraction into the greatest and the least fraction. So now, since you already understand what is fraction, okay, remember that fraction is part of a whole. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned something from the examples and illustrations.